this nigga. You gon' respect this lava. I'm shooting it if I pull it, boy. Make sure you want this drama. I bring it to you like it's Law and Order SVU. Turn you to a vegetable, now you look good inside a soup. Family come from Bishopville, but I grew up in that Bronx Zoo where they shoot you dead in the street and then dance all on top of you. And I do what I gotta do to make a dollar.
What's up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, with another jail story. This is gonna be a juvenile detention center story. This is about when I was in Horizon on 3rd Avenue in the Bronx. This is a story about how I beat the shit out of a nigga, right? For inviting me to the Frank stand the night before. I beat him up, period. This is one of my rather more savage stories, you know what I'm saying? This is another one of those times where I always say you never know what type of man you are when you in the streets until you go to jail. Until you really in jail and really all you got is your fists and your balls and your word for the most part. Like this, of course, you know, it is weapons and gangs and all that other stuff, right? But I had to beat him up because he violated. Now, when you in jail, and this is for you, for you idiots that still want to be, you know what I'm saying, in the streets doing a whole bunch of unproductive shit, right? And you don't fear going to jail, right? So if that's you, understand one very important rule, if not one of the most important rules, which is you do not invite a man to your meat, your eggplant, your beef. This should apply to outside and inside, but especially inside jail and in prison. You don't invite a man to the Frank stand, the Sabret stand. You don't throw a Frank at him. You don't invite him to the eggplant unless you're willing to do 3 things, right? That's die, kill, or fight. So, needless to say, the dude made me have to pick an option. And I chose to fight. Now, this is how the situation goes. For whatever reason, something was going on. Something was going on in the house. And this dude got sent to bed early, right? Now, there was this thing where if you was getting on people's nerves, if you was getting on the counselor nerves, I call them counselors because they wasn't like certified COs, but they was like COs. But we really called them like counselors, right? Because they wore regular clothes. They didn't wear like CO uniforms, something like that, because they wasn't COs. Now, basically every night we watch a movie before bed. Now, if you was acting up, you was getting on the counselor nerves, they'll just send you to bed early and you'll just be there. Now, some dudes, they'll take their punishment, won't make it hot. They'll just go to bed, right? And mind you, on top of that, we had snacks and stuff like that, and we had like these headphone things that you could listen to the radio on. So the dude was mad because he got sent to bed and the counselor took his radio. So he was kicking it down. While we trying to watch a movie, dude kicking it down. Right? But this is more towards the end of the movie when he knew it was about to be bad, right? So he kicking it down. We don't get to finish the whole movie. I'm already annoyed. We was watching Stomp the Yard. I'm like, yo, man, this Stomp the Yard shit is tight fire, right? Now, this same dude, his room/cell, right, was right next to mine. So we going to bed now, and this nigga keep kicking it down. Why he kicking it down? Initially, I'm annoying him. Pussy ass dog barking. This dog, no, I'll take this dog to the Chinese store. This dog will be General Toast chicken tomorrow. But anyways, he kicking it down. At first, I don't care, because I'm listening to the radio. But now, eventually, the radio dies, right? So, I don't feel like reading. I beat my meat already, still can't go to sleep. This nigga kicking it down. And for whatever reason, a couple other dudes start following and they kicking it down too. Oh yeah, by kicking it down, it means you got your back turned to your door, right? And you just kicking it. You just kicking it mad hard, just purposely causing a disruption. So eventually I get tight. I'm like, yo, niggas trying to go to sleep. Shut up, yo. What's wrong with y'all niggas, man? You ain't going home tomorrow by doing this. And you ain't getting what you want. What you kicking it down for? Shut up. Now, initially, nobody responded to me. They just kept kicking it down, right? So, I beat my meat again and try to go to sleep. Still not sleeping. I take the time out. I write a quick little freestyle on paper. Watch some time go past, right? They go back and forth from kicking it down to not kicking it down, right? But they kicking it down again, making it hot. I'm like, yo, y'all need to shut up. But at this point, it's not just me. It's everybody else. Because now at this point, it's about 11, 12. Niggas trying to go to sleep. And now what's crazy is I think, because we had a male and a female counselor, I think they was in the bathroom like having sex or something, man. Because at no point is people supposed to be allowed to kick it down for that long without getting in trouble, right? But they kicking it down, kicking it down. I'm like, yo, y'all need to shut up, man. Like, y'all niggas getting me tight, yo. For real, man. Like, cornballs, right? So the dude next door to me, he go, hey, yo, suck my, right? And then, you know, it's jail. So mad dudes is like, oh. So me, I'm like, that's how you feel? I'm saying that to myself. I'm like, that's how you feel? I'm heated. But I don't start arguing with him because there's nothing to do. We locked inside our rooms. It's nothing. I can't fight you right now. Well, we just gonna argue. I'm like, all right, I got you in the morning. So in my mind, I'm like, first thing I'm gonna do in the morning, I'm beating this nigga up. Right? So this is my tactical plan always when it comes to any type of beef, drama, anything. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't have no respect for you, ain't no head up. Ain't no one-on-one. Ain't no face-to-face, square up, nothing, squabble, nothing. Nothing. I'm trying to embarrass you. I'm trying to humiliate you. I'm trying to really make you wish you did not cross me. My thing always is the element of surprise, right? So this is what I do. It's early morning now. Early morning, right? I'm sitting in my room. I watch the nigga, right? Because he was to the right of me. Now, he goes to the bathroom. The bathroom is further down, but it's to the left of me. I watch him come out his cell/room, right? And he walks out. He passes my room. In my head, I'm like, yeah. Rubbing hands like Birdman. Rubbing hands like Mr. Burns. I'm like, excellent, right? So, I creep up by the bathroom, right? Mind you, the bathroom is like, it's on a different side. Like, it's on like the other side. Now, where everybody else is at, they all congregating around the counselors. We all getting ready to go out to eat, right? So, to eat breakfast, right? So, I creep next to him. Not next to him, like in the bathroom, because see, these bathrooms is like one person at a time in these bathrooms. This is juvie, right? So, I'm just by the door, listening to him take a piss. So I'm listening to him piss. I'm really like in stealth mode, like James Bond mode. Like, just picture me, like I got my back to the wall and like I'm listening, right? I listen to him piss. I'm listening to the piss. It's dying down. When I hear the piss die down, I open the door. I tap the nigga's shoulder, right? I tap the nigga's shoulder. Soon as he turn around, I hit him with 3, nigga. Jab, jab, cross, right? Bing, bing, bing. Immediately, He falls back a little bit towards the wall. Now the wall kept him up, or I probably would have put him down. I would have put boy down, right? So boom. From that point on, we shaking. We getting it, right? But I'm getting the best of him. I'm spanking him. I'm like, yo, you like to tell me suck your dick? Huh? You think you tough, right? We getting it, right? Getting it. He getting his little hits in, whatever. But I'm getting the best of him. And we about evenly matched as far as size goes. So it's not like I'm spanking somebody that's way bigger than me or way smaller than me. We getting it. And I remember he just kept trying to hold on to me. So I remember just grabbing his head, hitting his head on the floor like 3 times. Bing, bing, bing. He like, ah. Right? So when he says, ah, somebody else comes to the bathroom. Somebody else about to come to the bathroom. He immediately steps out. He like, hey, look, they fighting. So immediately people start rushing towards the bathroom. Me and him is getting it, right? Mind you, I'm not noticing, but I had bust his lip off that first punch. So I got blood all over my gym suit. Not my gym suit, but you know, my uniform, my jail uniform, whatever you want to call that shit. I got blood all over my shit. His mouth bleeding. We tussling, I'm holding on to him. When the counselor came and separated us, he picked the dude up first. So now the dude was kind of like on top of me, right? He crashes me in the corner of my eye, right? Swells my shit. Swells my shit, right? Just another battle scar. He swells my shit, boom. They break up the fight. Now I'm looking all messy, all crazy. They walking me and him all the way to guidance counselor's office. I forgot what we used to call people of higher authority. That had higher authority than the regular counsel and stuff like that. They walking us to their office. And I remember we just walking past the girls who's on their way to eat, right? And I remember just feeling like a real savage. I remember just the feeling of having a scowl on my face. So my face is probably like this. And I'm breathing mad hard, right? The Velcro is messed up on my suit. I got blood on my shit. The little chicks that's locked up, they looking, they like, who's that? Ooh, who's that? I'm like, my name Juju, you heard? You heard, right? So then they took us to the person. What I got for that, I got about a week in solitary confinement for that. About a week in solitary confinement, him too. And then they brought us back together to another guidance counselor and made us piece it up. Made us shake each other's hand. I seen him, I'm like, yo, your lips still look busted. I'm laughing in my head. But I'm like, damn, my eye just starting to go down. I'm like, all right, cool, you got me good on that one. And then that was the situation. Dude ain't never disrespect nobody else ever again like that, you know what I'm saying? And I don't remember ever seeing him again after that day. But that's how that happened, man. Long story short, mans needed some straightening and I gave it to him. Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Like, shit, come subscribe. Peace.